Good evening to you all, wherever you may be during these difficult times. I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm next to a huge campfire at Jozibanini in Hwange National Park with my wife and my daughters. And as you'll hear, all around us is a huge concentration of elephants. Our great annual west-east migration is underway as our abundant herds are forced to leave their drying seasonal waterholes in the west and move eastwards to where Hwange's game water supply program keeps them watered during the dry season. Since lockdown started in this country more than 110 days ago, we at Imvelo safari lodges have actually been very busy, and right now I'm awfully proud to reflect on what we've achieved during these difficult times. Back in late March and early April, we, like many others, were very nearly overwhelmed with problems that appeared insurmountable. We had a terrible second year of drought that was compounded with the effects of the travel bans and this terrible and scary pandemic sweeping our world. Right now, surrounded by elephants, reflecting on our achievements, I'm really upbeat, and so let me tell you about all the good things happening that make me feel so positive. Back in April, we realized all our hundreds and hundreds of safari-loving guests and friends scheduled to visit us this year couldn't travel till it was safe. And apart from ruining their plans and dream safari adventures, it pulled the rug out from under our company and our staff and their families and all our great conservation community programs that are at the heart of what Imvelo does. But, and this is where the bad news turns around step by step, the majority of our guests have not cancelled. They've postponed, most to next year, and importantly thanks to the efforts of Haley and her team, our guests have rolled over their commitments, and this trickle of funding keeps us and our programs alive with a core team on the ground to run our projects. The second bit of good news is that at our camps, our caretaking teams are welcoming, self-driving, wildlife-loving Zimbabweans who of course jump at the opportunity to visit some of the best camps and concessions in the country. And importantly, their support too has further sustained our ability to stay alive. And man, it's been so great at Bomani to watch Big Boy and Demi and their team spoiling the Zimbos. And seeing Vusa and Orbs happy again, showing off their Ngamo planes and our new Lion Coalition, Big Boy and Little Boy. And then also add in, and this is the most heartwarming, the generosity of our friends and guests who, unable to travel, have instead become donors and actively support our programs to enable us to sustain our communities who also are crippled by the travel bans and its effect on tourism. In only one example, just a few days ago, our trucks piloted by Reason and escorted by Danisan delivered 20 kg bags of maize meal to 286 families who live on the front line along Hwange's southern boundary. And this is only the first phase in the delivery of the 30,000 kgs we have in the pipeline to be delivered in the next few months. And at Ngamo, just a few days ago, the school committee there agreed to set up a program for school lunches to be served at the villages for the kids only returning to school in August. A program we hope to roll out at all our schools. At Ngamo Wildlife Sanctuary, our cutting-edge community-based wildlife conservation project on the community land adjacent to Hwange, work has been flat out there too. The Cobra's Wildlife Protection Unit skills and training continues at pace, and construction of their new HQ at Charlie Hotel approaches completion under the knobbythorn trees near Nganyana village. And on Tuesday, an excited team of chiefs and councillors from the whole district convene for a night at our Camelthorn Lodge and a tour of their new project. And I know Sambulu, Daniel and Hannah are proud of what they've done and looking forward to showing it off to our chiefs and councillors. The stalled construction of our community clinic at Ngamo is also now pushing forward. We hope to finally have it ready to open in a month. Our trucks and tractors, loaded with supplies thanks to our backroom boys Lemon Kubs, also recently delivered the materials for the new fence at the Ngamo Lions Soccer Academy, and a last load to complete the school teachers' common room, all thanks to our wonderful, wonderful donors and friends. And under difficult circumstances, just a few weeks ago, 300 school-age kids received their scheduled fluorination treatments for their young teeth on time. Carefully and safely done by Hannah, Dudu and Sibo, with the grateful thanks from their parents and all of us. Then, the exciting new drilling rig from Wells Wells is having new drill bits turned and case hardened, and it too will be deployed in the coming weeks to ease the effects of this drought on our people and wildlife. And it's been exciting too to see the collaboration amongst those still working on the ground here. Friends of Hwange and their donors put together monthly ration packs for park and forest rangers. So earlier this week, Imvelo delivered the first monthly batch of 15 to the fire team near Bomani and Ngamo Forest at Ntundla, and another 24 to Makona Substation for Mr. Mavella's Rangers in southern Hwange, near Jozi. And Gary, that other hero of Friends of Hwange, has assisted us regularly with water and pump issues. At Nahimba, Amy and Tace have kept the camp running and also welcome local guests, and with our concession so firmly on every ivory poacher's radar, our guides Harris and Brendan have teamed up with park rangers to form an effective daily patrol. Come on, let's move it along. Move on, move on. Sorry, we've got a couple of elephants drinking right here near us. I'm trying to move them away. Come on, guys, move on. All right, they've drifted back and they're heading back down to the pan to go and drink the pan water. Where was I? I was with Harris and Brendan at Nahimba, where they've teamed up with park rangers to form an effective daily patrol across a huge chunk of central Hwange. They recently encountered one of Africa's most endangered, a pangolin, also enjoying the protection. Very cool. And then at Jozibanini, where we are now, next to this glorious campfire, tonight we're chivvying elephant away from the wet concrete we threw yesterday, until it can harden around our new game water drinking troughs, for the hundreds of elephants rumbling and trumpeting impatiently around us. And to all our friends, all over the world, many of you enduring an extremely difficult time, our thoughts are with you. But take heart from the fact that when it's safe again, there's a campfire just like this one waiting for you in Hwange. And here we're keeping busy, very busy actually, and we're not going anywhere. So good night, be safe and be healthy. Good night, good night.
Good night.
Lale Rashe.